Hey, what's up? David here with After VideoFX, and welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to 2023, and sorry for the wait, guys. I've just been really busy for the past month and a half, but I have finally had some time just to make a tutorial, and here's what we're going to be creating. Alright, so I hope you enjoyed that. So let's get straight into it. So we're going to make a new comp, and we'll make it full HD, 30 frames, about 10 seconds long, and we'll call this noise map. Hit OK. And we're going to add a new solid, and we'll call this fractal noise. And we'll grab the, we're actually going to use a new effect called, I'm not sure what it was located, but it's called Immersive Video and then VR Fractal Noise. And the reason why we're doing this is because we've got these like stretched out rectangular fractal noise here, and we're going to be using VC Orb by Video Copilot to use this as the texture. So that's what we're going to be doing. So I'm going to go ahead and just bring this complexity down to 1. And then what I'm going to do is get the Colorama effect. And I'm going to go to the output, go and set this to ramp gray. And if we turn up the cycles here, you can see what we're trying to generate. So it's really cool. So maybe make this like 30, something like that. Okay. And we can play a bit of the settings here. Maybe we can brightness and contrast. Like that. Okay, so we got these like swirly patterns. Okay. And I'm going to duplicate this layer, so Control D. And I'm going to turn off the Colorama effect and reset this. Okay, and I'm just going to play around with this brightness and contrast settings. And if we go into the transform, we can like maybe like scale it down a bit to add a bit of detail, something like that. Turn up the brightness a little bit, contrast high. We even can turn it with the sub settings. Just play around with that a little bit. Okay, we set this to screen, so it looks like that. And we'll make one more. And this is going to be our like just faded detail. So just turn that down. Turn the brightness up. Maybe to complex up a bit. Okay. And that's just going to be faded. Like a little bit of a fade. Might even turn up the transform a bit. Get a little bit like 11. Okay, so that is looking not too bad. And I'm just going to play around with this swirls here. So with the Colorama effect, oops, I might bring that white, shift it down here. So that if you look at this, we get a bit more, I guess, detail. I guess it looks better with that. And that curves adjustment, just play around with that contrast like that. And I'll add a adjustment, I call this contrast and I'll just add an overall contrast to it. So just add a bit of contrast to this overall, like that. Okay, so we got like some detail here. Cool. Alright, so that is our swirl right there. I play around with the transform. Something like that. Cool. Alright, so once that's done, we can go ahead and pre-compose all of this. So Control-Shift-C, and we'll call this noise map. And move all attributes, and we hit OK. Okay, and I might rename this. We'll make Colorized Map. Okay. Cool. And then what we can do is Control D to make a duplicate. And what I want to do is bring in my fractal noise. We'll bring in this large one. So Control C and Control V in here. And for this first, what I'm going to do, add the colorama effect again. And I'm going to change this to ramp gray. And if I shift this across here, I'm going to make this base color more like a dark purple. So like almost like a almost to the black. So something like that. So you can see what we're trying to achieve here. We've got these dark areas here. So something like that. Okay. We'll copy that colorama effect and we'll paste it onto this guy. And for the output, I'm going to change it to more like a blue color. Maybe a bit more, something like that. Okay. And what I'm going to do is set the track mat to, what's the luma mat? Inverted. That's basically the idea behind it, but I'm gonna actually change it up a bit. So what I want to do is I want to maybe increase this to somewhere around here, something like that. Maybe I'll set the repetition up as well. It's kind of looking a little funny at the moment. Maybe to like 40. Okay, we'll just start with that for now. Okay, and I'm gonna make a new comp. Call this swirls. And what I'm going to do is drag my colorized noise map, in here. Turn that off. Make a new solid. Call this VC orb. And we'll hit OK. Get the VC orb effect. And we'll get some lights. I'll make it a point light actually. I'll push it up here. Something like that. Make it like 400. Get a camera. And duplicate it. Something like set it to like 100. Okay. And we'll get ambient light. 10. Just to cover up that shades a bit. And let's have a look here. Let's turn the bump layer to colorized. So you can see what's happening already. I'll turn up to like 1.8 or something. Okay, and diffuse. Oops. Colorized map. And we'll just play with some of the settings here. So we can change the glossiness of this. Specular, turn that down a bit. And maybe just change some of these lights as well. Okay, something like that. Make it 450. Okay, cool. And what else can we do? Might add a little bit of curves adjustment to this. So just a bit of contrast, it doesn't hurt. Okay, and we'll add a background, so like that. I'll call it the ramp, the gradient ramp. Put this underneath. Radial. Now we'll flip the colors. Stretch it out a bit. Okay. And okay, so we got that going. It's going a little too hectic with the glossiness though. Something like that. Okay, I'll just leave that for now and maybe we'll adjust it later. Okay, and for this VC orb, just play around with that contrast a bit. So that contrast plays a huge role in just like color depth as well. So you can see, okay. All right. What I'm going to do now is duplicate it, and we're going to get a set channel effect. And we're going to change it to saturation. So we're only isolating the saturation. So in this case, the blue. Okay. And what we need is a bit of glow exposure to this. So bring that back up. We might even add a bit of glow to this. Hue and saturation. Might just saturate that blue back up. And maybe add a bit of glow back onto this. Okay, it's getting a little hectic with the lighting here, so I might just drop these down a little bit. And I'm still not liking that glossiness. It's just bothering me. I don't know why. I'm just playing around with that lighting. See what happens. Okay, that's looking not too bad. Alright, so next thing I want to do is maybe we just add some color correction to this overall. So Control Y, this is color correction. Get the curves adjustment, just play around with the contrast a little bit. Something like that. Maybe add a tint effect, like 20%. Maybe like 25. We can even add like an unsharp mask to this. I don't want to do too much though, that's the thing. Okay, and we'll add the glows now. And we just add maybe like 200 for the radius. So something like that looks not too bad. Add hue and saturation again. So brighten that up. Maybe we'll play around with this contrast a bit. Okay, and might make this base a bit more, like 0.3. Oh, not too much. Cool. With this second point line, might make it 100, so that these areas pop a bit. And I might add one more point line. I'll move it on top here. That being said, I'll change it to like 50. Maybe even like 30. Okay. Okay, that's looking not too bad. I'm gonna add another one and call this background color control, and I'm gonna get the what was it called? Color control? Color slider? What was it called? Yeah, I was right. It was color control. I just didn't spell it right. We're in Australia, so we spell it differently. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to lock this layer, and I'm going to connect this background color control to over here. And as you can see, it's doing exactly what I want it to, but I'm just not in the right way. So I might just something like that. That's pretty cool. Alrighty. One little touch you can do is add an expression control to your evolution for your fractal noise. So if you click and you do time, I don't know, you could do like 20. And you can see what it's doing. It's like hypnosis right here. But like you can just play around with this. So I might do like 10 for this guy, and if I play it back, just give me a minute. Okay, let's check this out. So you can see what the kind of animation we're making here, but it's definitely affecting our glow. So it's something that you just have to find the right balance, I guess. So maybe we turn up the threshold a bit. That way it's still like isolating the channels, but like it's not doing a major effect on it. And maybe you could spread that like to 80. And you can control, actually a good way to control your glow is the exposure effect. So that's a handy tip in case you get that bump's kind of distracting me, so I might change that to like 1.3. What happens if I crank it all the way up? Okay, we'll just leave it 1.3 for now. And this light, it's a little still too intense. I'll drop it down a bit. I might push it further back. Okay, and a good way to keep up, you can lock this comp, jump into your colorized map, like this, and then you can just change the color in real time. So I can change this to like a pink effect, and I can see how it updates in this. So that looks pretty cool. What else can I do? I can change it to red if I wanted to, and update it in here. Red looks kind of weird, but what about orange? Yeah, it's not looking too bad. So you can just go around play with these effects and even change some of the like evolution settings and stuff like that. So it's really about just finding the right colorization and type of look that you want to get. Okay, so we'll just do one final playback, and I think that'll be the end. So give me a minute. Okay, let's check it out. Yeah, it's not looking too bad. Alright, so that's basically the idea of how you can make your own variations to it, like changing the color. You can even change like maybe the camera angle even. I think I'm still not happy with my glossiness, so I'll probably be working on that in the meantime. But yeah, go ahead and play with it, see what works for your scene, and yeah. So that's it, everyone. My name's David. I hope you learned interesting techniques that you can use for your own creations. Please give a like if you like this video so people can find it. Subscribe if you want to see more. And be sure to hit that bell button to get the notifications. And comment down below if you have any questions. And I will see you in the next video.